What's going on, guys? We are gonna finalize this game case. We already got the basics wired up, but now we're doing the actual button assignments. I do have my other laptop, the actual game case laptop, up now. But now we're gonna see how we make sure each button works. I'm not gonna do the sticks right now. I don't have the stick screwed in because I don't have the screws for it, so we can't really do the sticks. Maybe I can, but for right now, we're definitely going to do the buttons. Let the buttons wire up and all that. So, luckily with Game Room Solutions, they send you an actual card that will show and assign what each button is, even by which number it is. So on that note, I have the Xin Mo controller already drilled onto my board. Xin Mo controller works with this program called Joysticks. Joysticks is the program that basically makes your buttons act as if they are keyboard inputs onto the computer. So that's how all the emulators work. Some work off of basically knowing that it's a Xin Mo, and then some work as if you need keyboard inputs for it. And do a couple of basics real quick. Can't figure out I can't change my thumbnail for some reason. It's a very stupid thing. Okay, enough of that. Let's get down to basics. So, if you remember, we have our negatives already lined up. Our grounds, I should say. Everything's wired up right now. I even have the LEDs plugged in to the controller. Oh, we got one out. What happened there? Oh well, the whole LED came up. Second, one LED actually fell out. Came out of the whole housing. Got it. Okay, we're back. So, I'm gonna grab my card. I have it actually wired up upside down, so let's put that right to me to make sure we don't mess up. Flip that. Got it. Okay. It says here that pin, I'm gonna do player 2, which is on the right side, but this I will leave it. Ground doesn't really matter. Ground is ground no matter what it is. So I'm going to pin it to ground with A-OK. This one right here is going to go to the bottom. Okay. Now we start basically taking all of our wires and pinning them in. Now I have a picture of exactly what each of my wires does. So it does look like I use all of these. Some connectors are 4-pin connectors. Some are 2, some are 1. Now we're going to start with the base. We're going to pop it in, and it looks like we're working with player 1, which is this side here, button 1. Let's also remember that we're doing upside down. And while we have that, we could test it. There we go. I always test it just to make sure. So that is player 1. Now again, remember there's 2 connectors on the clicker, the actual button. That's perfect. And again, that's player one. The window you see here, that's actually player one. Button two. Go across. Be very careful. Button two is good. Button three is up. This is the easy part. It's always good to have your computer connected, USB connected. Button three is good. Button four. Bring it up. Perfect. Right. Got 4 buttons up so far. Let's put another 4 pin. Yeah, there's another 4 pin. Again, on my phone, I have the actual layout of like what the extra buttons are, like my coins and all that. So this one right here is button 5. So they're going right down the list. Oh. Button 5 is good. Button 6. Go down a little bit. Oh. Button 6, good. Button 7 is this. On my notes is my enter button, which is here. Good. Button 8 on mine is actually player 2, start. Good. Okay, next set. What do we need? I have my 4 controllers and 2. Let's see if I have a 2-prong one. I do. Perfect. I'm on button 10 and 11. Looks like button 10. All the way down. Button 10 is my player 1. Always give it a test. And on button 9 is my exit. Okay, so far so good. We have all of player 1 wired up. This is where, again, now you get all the wire rewired, and then you just make it neat later on. We got player 1 minus the arcade sticks, meaning the control stick. We'll do that later on. Not no, now we will do player 2. Player 2 now, so we're actually going to switch over to joystick 2. This is player 2, this is button 1. So, on the card, it's going upside down. So, button 1. It's always good to hold down the button. Not hold down the button, hold the red, because if not, you might pull it out. Even crack the silver lining inside of it. Button 2. Make sure you always put the plastic cover over it. And let's with the mouse so I know that button 3 is going to work. Button 3. That's in. Good. 4. Button 4 is in. Next set. Doesn't look like I use. Oh, I have to use all of them. So all 4. So. Looks like we have 2. Button 5. Try to keep it as organized, so you gotta go underneath. You don't want to crisscross. This one's gonna be tight. You could pull the button out. I don't like doing that. I like it that once the button is in, I try not to touch it. So and don't be afraid of the wires. If you jiggle it, nothing really happens. You just can't pull it out. I should have one more, which is button 6. Button 6 again. I'm gonna go underneath all of this. Keep it as neat as possible. Button 6. I know that on my end, other 2, I have 2 I'm not using. I don't really like to cut them. We'll rubber band them later on. Okay, let's see. Now we got 2 buttons left, really. All the buttons are wired up except for 2, which are my coins. The button 12. Player 2 is coin 1. Coin 1 is on this side. Good. Next one is coin 2 on this side. I put the Xin Mo right in the middle. So luckily I have enough wire to go out. Yeah. There you go. And with this software, you can actually see like I'm pressing a joystick 1 button, player 1 button assignment. Okay, we got all the buttons down. All of them work. We could do the joystick. I know it's going to be a disaster. Only because I don't have the screws in for it. Question is, maybe I could do it. Hold it down somehow. Not to mention, you do want to make sure it's nothing. Okay, joysticks are easy. There's different types of joysticks, but this one has actually 4 individual clickers. The actual clickers, just like our arcade button. Each one. Some of them have like a direct plug-in. I don't really like those. This is a good one. Put it through our hole. Now remember, we have here ground, positive, ground. There you go. Remember, always the L, ground, that's the positive. So essentially, we could wire the ground. I just don't really like doing this because it's not screwed in. But we could do it anyway. There are massive wires. We want to make sure we get our arcade ground, which I have it. Let's see it here. Looks like we have enough slack for everything. So let us wire the grounds. And if you remember yesterday's episode, we started. Oh, I should make sure which wire I'm doing. Oh, well, this is player 2. Player 2's grounds, we actually skipped 4 wires or 4 connectors so that we could hit the controller. Okay. Now is the hard part, which takes the most time, because I still, even after all these times, I don't remember which one is up and which one is down. And not to mention, this is upside down. So when I'm doing up, it's really going down. And gotta keep that in mind. So again, we're doing player 2. This is player 2 side. I didn't even put the connectors in on that. Okay. Are we on player 2 there? We're gonna scroll up, because now I have to see the sticks. Got the connection in. 4 pins in, we're connected. The first one is right. So again, it's upside down, so my left is gonna be right. And the best way to do is you take it, I have to see which one that is left. That's not the one that we need. This one. That one's the right one. We're gonna pop this in. It's hard to show you. I'll show you on this. Basically, I'm taking one of these connectors, right? Remember, the ground is always connected. The ground is connected. So now what I'm doing is that if I know that like this one's the right one, I'm basically holding it right against it, making a connection, not in it, but connecting it, and then I push it. That's how I test it real quick, without you really connecting it. That's the best way to test it before you connect it. Now that I know that this is my right, what's the next one? This one is left. So we're taking this one. I already know based off of that this one now is my left. Yes. Like that. That. So now I should have, if I do this right, this should be left. And this should be right. Yeah. Up and down. Same thing. What is next on the list? Next one is down. Yeah, pretty sure it's going to be this one. Yeah. Luckily it's not screwed in, so we can actually pull it up a little and connect it. So this is down. Good. And means one more is left, which is up. This. Now you can see it's getting a wire nightmare now. Up, down. What's my left to me? I have to bend this a little bit. It's okay to bend the wire. Got it. Okay. Player 2 is wired up. We might as well do player 1. Okay. Player 1, same thing. We have 4 ground wires that we skipped. Okay. Grounds are connected. Gonna grab our last and final Xin Mo connector. Gonna pop that baby into this. Where is it though? It's on the top. You gotta skip 2. I already have the 2 in. Pop this in. Definitely want to make sure it goes all the way down. And let's start from the bottom up. So the first connector is up. Let's go first to joystick 1. Okay. I guess it's this. Nope. Wow, so now the Xin Mo connector is just barely grabbing it. Wow, this one's gonna be tight. Right. So in that case, we're going to move our Xin Mo controller over because I have not too much slack on button 1. Crap. But it's not drastic. Let me grab the drill. Try to make it look good. Oops. I'm going to basically take the same hole that we had, screw it into that. You don't want to go too tight or else you crack the board. 1 screw is enough, but you need 2. Okay, we're back. I just didn't have enough slack. So now, again, button 1. This one is up. Now I have enough slack for it. I should put underneath that. Okay, got number 1 up. This one is down. Right here. Got it. Again, I'm just holding it against it, and then once I know for sure that that is my button, turn it. Next one is right, left. So my right, left. Got it. There leaves 1 more left. Is right, and we are connected. Okay, so just to make sure, number 1, I don't mess up. Let me grab a Sharpie. Only because tomorrow I will be able to tell which way is up, or which way this is down. Cool. This is all labeled. For right now, we're going to do an actual test. But just to make sure the sticks don't just flip out. Once they flip over, we're going to put the ball on it. Basically, the arcade wall will hold it from slipping out. Okay. We have all wired up. So that is our final product. That is all underneath everything. I'll be able to zip tie these, make it neater. The main thing is when it sits in the case, it pushes everything down. Kind of just push everything down. We don't really want wires in the way of the joystick. If you have this one in the way, just flip. Okay, here we go. Okay. Let's start with player 1. 4, 5, 6. And all that worked. Let's go to player 2. Well, actually, no. I can do the joystick. So this right here should be up, down, left, right. Yep. Perfect. This is fine. Let's do player 2. Here should be up, down, left, right. Yep. 4, 5, 6. Yep, good. Very good, very good. This is all perfect. Let's do something. Nope, you're all good on this. That's it. We wired it. If you want, real quick, we could run a test. I'm not sure how loud this is going to be. Let's see. Let's lower the volume a little bit. Let's run hyperspin. I'll go back to my normal. There we go. Let hyperspin boot up. And this is an i3 4 gig RAM, like maxed out, very maxed out. Let it boot up. I unfortunately cannot hear it. So let's press it one time. Let it boot up. Let's do a basic one. You know me, every time you'll see me, we do Street Fighter. We're gonna go to T, and go up. So run Street Fighter. Not the Super Street Fighter, we need it regular. We're at like 2,000. With 2,000, I think it's actually like 3,000. I'm gonna do a video on my favorite one. I'm not gonna do the actual one. Is it one time only? Just like how I always say it in the other videos. This is just booting up. You gotta let it boot up. I always test this game out. This is the best way to test to make sure all my buttons work. Okay, we got coin. Player 2 coin. Oh, player 2 coin did not register. That we'll have to check out. See if it registers when the 2 start. It does. Gotta check out why it didn't register the coin. be two things that we want to manage. I always try to make sure all three buttons work. Oh, very good. If I hit the exit, it didn't work. Okay, so we have to see, might be maybe a Mame Arcade thing, or my Xin Mo is not connected right. Let's escape. I don't think you guys have it right now. Audio's coming out of my laptop right now. Okay, that's okay though. Okay, so let's first do this real quick. Let's exit this. Let's bring back the Joysticks. Okay. I mean, now this is how you set up Joysticks. You won't get it like this. But let us see right now. Okay, it is set up to escape, so that means that it is a Mame issue. Let's see if I do Joysticks 2. Button 6. Okay, I know what it is. I have to go into Mame Arcade and adjust the buttons. That's fine. At least right now we know all of it works. Right now it's a Joysticks. Actually, I should say Mame Arcade issue. But that is it. What did it take us? It took us 30 minutes. 30 minutes to wire it up. It's going to take you guys longer because you never did it before, or you have. But that is it. We're done. We're set. This thing is almost ready to go. We got to get the case, screw in the joystick, and we are ready to go. I'll see you guys later.